How's it going, everybody? Desir here with another Cosmic Crucible video for you. We're in round 1 and we have 2 weeks left to go before the season ends. I'm trying to do that climb up to Masters 2 and to get to that top 200 before the season drops. I'm pretty sure if I go 2-1 this week, 2-1 next week, we should be able to get there. So we're going to try to aim for that as our minimum. My opponent today is Web Slinger, so it should be a pretty good matchup. Now, just a reminder for you guys though, if you do like this content in this channel, please remember to like and subscribe. We're currently over 550 subscribers, which is amazing. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 subs as my next goal, so let's go ahead and do that push. Without further ado, let's take a look at my opponent today. So this is a pretty big punch-up for me. My opponent, Web Slinger, is about 105 million TCP. I've been sitting at about 78 million TCP because I've been saving my resources for the Old Man Logan trial, so I haven't really moved up much. So this is going to be about a 27 million punch-up, I believe, if I'm doing the math correctly. So I have some work ahead of me. Let's go ahead and take a look at the defenses. In Stage 1, they have the full X-Treme X-Men. Stage 2 is PEGASUS. They have Spider Society in Stage 3, so that's going to be pretty interesting. Stage 4 is Undying with Doom and Dorm. Stage 5 is Apocalypse with the 4 Horsemen. And Stage 6 is the Secret Defenders with Black Knight. For Stage 1, I'm going to use the Superior 6 with Vulture. This is a really good counter against this team because Vulture just takes care of the speed ups that Nightcrawler would normally give this team. As far as the ISOs go, I have all of them as Raider. I am going to use Green Goblin Classic as a skirmisher. I finally made that switch over to this. That way when he uses his ultimate, he's going to put trauma on everybody and the ability blocks. That way I don't have to worry about any abilities during this fight. Vulture will be going first. I'm going to target Nightcrawler and use the special. That way I can flip those buffs on Forge, Nightcrawler, and Gambit. Green Goblin Classic is up. I'm going to just use the ultimate. All of them are now going to have that trauma and ability block, so I don't have to worry about any abilities throughout this match now. Kraven is up. I'm just going to use the special on Forge, and that's going to still hit everybody. The ability block portion of that move really doesn't matter. Doc Ock, I'm going to use the special that will be getting Chakra out on the field for me. And for Spider Slayer, I'm just going to use the special as well. That's going to do a hit on everybody. Chakra's up. I'm going to use the special. That's going to get the offense up to everybody. Vulture's now going to ult. That basically cleared the field. I just have to worry about Forge and Gambit now. Chakra, I'm going to use the ultimate on Forge. He's now dead. Vulture's going to use the basic on Gambit. Green Goblin Classic is back up. I'm going to use the special. And that is the unfortunate thing about having the skirmisher on the Green Goblin Classic is his damage output isn't going to be as high because he's not going to have the Striker or the Raider. But Kraven was able to finish this out for me by using that ultimate. For Stage 2, I'm going to use the Bifrost team. This is probably the best counter to use against the Pegasus team on Stage 2. The opening of this fight is going to be very scary. It's just going to be the Pegasus team using all of their abilities into your Bifrost, and you're only surviving off of the death proofs and the safeguard until your turn finally comes up. As you see, several of my characters are just hanging on by a thread right now, especially Vol. Here you see the barrage is still happening, and Vol is getting knocked down so low that all of their death proofs are almost gone until it's finally your turn to go. This would end up being a lose condition. If Vol goes down, you really can't recover from this, but anybody else, Vol would be able to bring them back. Now that it is Sylvie's turn, we're going to use the ultimate. We're going to apply some slows to them, flip a couple buffs, and do a nice turn meter rewind. Vol is up. The main target that you want to go after is going to be Rescue. So we're going to use the special into Rescue. That's going to put the expose on there. And here you see that Darkhawk already fell down. We're going to use Loki's special into Iron Man Infinity War. Team Loki's up. We're going to use the ultimate. That's going to do a nice heal to your Bifrost members. Rescue's turn comes up. They end up using the ultimate to bring Darkhawk back. Beta Ray Bow is up. We use the ultimate. And the match is pretty much over here. Sylvie's up. We're going to use the special. Vol is up. We're going to use the ultimate. That's going to top off her health and finish the match for us. For stage 3, I'm going to test out the new warriors in here. What I was thinking in my head is Dagger's going to be able to put the offense up onto Deathpool and Firestar. That way they're always going to be able to do the assist mechanic on here. Onepool will be able to peel off the evades on the other team. However, it doesn't go down like that. So I'm going to kind of break down why this team never will counter the Spider Society instead. So right off the bat, you see that they ended up doing a dodge mechanic right there. However, it's still showing the evades are on them. So this was kind of confused me what's going on here. What ends up happening is Spider-Man Pavitra puts the vulnerables on spawn 2 times to them, which is how many evades appear on the new warriors on spawn. So all of those evades are phantom buffs right now, and right on spawn, new warriors lose all of their evades. So that's why this counter doesn't work. However, the mechanic worked differently in War, where it only did it once. I was talking to Jax and Commander DZ, I believe was the name, in the chat to see why this is going on. And they kind of figured out it's the vulnerables being applied for some reason is peeling those evades off of them. So those were phantom buffs. The team that I'm going to end up going in with now is going to be Masters of Evil with Echo. That way we can try to nullify those assist mechanics, and I should have a lot of assist. So this team should work a lot better than the new Warriors did. Spider-Man Noir will be going first in this matchup, so he's going to start off by using the ultimate into my Absorbing Man. Titania's up. I'm going to use the special to try to peel the buffs off of Peter B. Parker. Kang is up. I'm going to use the special on Peter B. Parker, so I want to try to get rid of those heals that he ends up giving out to the team. Moonstone's up. I'm going to use the ultimate on Peter B. Parker. That's going to stun him and do a rewind to Pavitra, and Ghost was able to evade it. Since Peter B. Parker is in stealth right now, I'm going to use Titania's ultimate on Spider-Man Pavitra. That's going to call all the assist in, and it gets very close to killing him off. Kang is up, and the passive does kill off the Spider-Man Pavitra. However, I make a massive mistake here. When I used Kang's ultimate, I targeted Ghost Spider. I should have targeted Penny, because now she ended up doing the special on my Kang, which does a stun, called the assistant, and I just lost to Echo and Kang. Moonstone uses the special on Penny to call the assistant for the attacks. Titania uses the special that does kill the Penny off. Now it's just the girls versus Spider-Man Noir. Titania uses the ultimate, and I don't have any offense up, so I don't get an assist called in on that. Moonstone does the basic, that takes 1 life off of the Spider-Man Noir. Titania uses the special. Luckily I had the dodges for the evades up right there. Titania ends up killing him off, but that got very dicey there at the end because of the targeting issue that I did. For stage 4, I'm going to use New Warriors here. I'm able to farm the Zombie Iron Man along with the Greg so that we can get the Deathpool pings. This should be a very easy matchup. Gwenpool will be going first in this. I'm going to use the special on the Zombie Juggernaut. That does end up getting the flip on him. Because of the evades, the Zombie Juggernaut move actually doesn't do anything to me. I'm going to target down the Dr. Doom first, though, with Firestar's ultimate. That's going to do a nice turn meter rewind, and that does kill the Dormammu. I am stuck on the Greg right now. I'm going to use the special to get that percentile damage. I get 2 kills from the Gregs, and the pings do end up killing the Dr. Doom off. Cloak is up. I'm going to target the Zombie Juggernaut and use the ultimate. Again, I'm farming those Gregs to get those kills, which is causing the pings from Deathpool, so that works really good in my favor. Dagra used the ultimate. Gwenpool is back up. I'm going to use the ultimate here. That does do the permakill on Zombie Juggernaut, and the pings end up killing the Gregs and the Hela. Firestar uses the special, and that finishes the match. For stage 5, I'm going to use the Hive Mind with Super Skrull. This does seem like a little bit of overkill, but I had Super Skrull left over, so I decided to use them here. Super Skrull will be going first, and I'm going to target Morgan and use the special. That's going to put ability block on her, do a rewind to Red Hulk, her, and Archangel, which is perfect. I'm now going to target Rogue with the Void Knight and use the ultimate. That pulled them all in, and Rogue is now ability blocked as well. Carnage is up, and I'm going to use the ultimate on Morgan, and that does kill her immediately. Gwenom, I'm going to use the ultimate, and I'm going to stay targeted on the Red Hulk. Red Goblin's up, I'm going to use the ultimate here. And now the only people that's left is going to be Apocalypse and Rogue. Red Goblin's back up again, I'm going to use the special to put defense down. Now that it's Apocalypse's turn, he used the ultimate, and he did use that Falcon Punch on Void Knight because of the taunt. I'm perfectly fine with that. Carnage uses the special on Rogue. Now I'm going to turn all my attention onto the Apocalypse. Super Skrull does the basic and gets the ISO strike into him. Gwenom uses the special as well to do the stun, however, he does shrug that off. Gwenom then does the basic into Apocalypse, and I'm just trying to get the ISO attacks into him to get more ability energy for the team. Gwenom's back up, I use the basic again, the ISO attack again hits him, and right now I'm also stacking bleeds into him. Red Goblin does the ultimate, Apocalypse turn comes up, he actually bleeds out, so this was a perfect counter into this. For stage 6, I'm going to use my Cabal with Apocalypse and Lizard. The Apocalypse is here to get rid of the Black Knight. Cabal with Lizard is a great counter into Secret Defender, so this should work perfectly fine. Lizard will be going first in this matchup. I'm going to use the ultimate to try to strip all the positive effects away. The ones that Black Knight did end up staying on him, unfortunately. Miss Marvel Harlight does the ultimate, does a turn rewind on Lizard and Apocalypse. Iron Patriot does the special. That did end up putting the trauma with defense down on everybody except for Black Knight. His buffs are still up. Namor does the ultimate. The ISO striker attack does end up killing him. Leader does the special into the Robbie. Apocalypse ults, and the match is over. So I actually didn't need Apocalypse here. The team worked great without him. So I did end up losing this match, unfortunately. My opponent got a 50,163. I got a 49,768. So that stage 3 did end up hurting me on this by using that New Warriors into Spider Society, but now I at least know why that matchup doesn't work. I thought in stage 3 that would end up having a better chance because I did used to use Spider Society in stage 5, so I knew New Warriors kind of struggled into it, but now I definitely know the reason behind it. The Pavitra definitely changes that matchup by putting those vulnerables out there, making it to where the evades get peeled off. Let's go ahead though, check out the defenses and see what happened in these other matches. In stage 1, I got an 83-63. The Superior 6 with Vulture was a really good counter into this. I still took some damage with the Vulture going so low because of the Gambit pings. However, using the Green Goblin Classic as a skirmisher, I really liked that change. I only made him a blue 4. I didn't even do the blue 5 on this one. In stage 2, I got an 83-66. It was a little dicey there at the beginning of it because I thought I was about to lose Vol, but I was able to pull it out and actually get a pretty good efficiency win on this one. In stage 3, this is where I had the mistake of using that New Warriors. The Masters of Evil, I had that targeting issue where I should have used King Ultimate and targeted Penny, so that way the assist would have killed Penny instead of the Ghost Spider. This ended up getting me a 79-48, so not a great efficiency on this one. Stage 4, I got an 83-68. The New Warriors came in pretty handy on this matchup. There's definitely a situational team right now, which is unfortunate. I don't really see them having much value after this season. In stage 5, I got an 83-57. The Hive Mind Super Skrull was a pretty good counter into this team. For stage 6, I got an 83-66. The Apocalypse really wasn't needed here, so if you do run across this team, you can probably get away with doing Cabal with Blizzard, and maybe like that Archangel or Vulture would end up doing just fine here, I think. As for my defenses, my opponent used the full Masters of Evil into my X-Treme X-Men with Rogue. They got an 83-58 on this one. For stage 2, they used Hive Mind with the Super Skrull into my Spider Society. This got them at 83-62. For stage 3, they used New Warriors into my Black Order with Quicksilver. I was testing this out in stage 3. I don't think my placement was correct because I do want Quicksilver and Thanos on opposite sides of the field. However, this team always kind of is lackluster for me. This ended up getting them at 83-63. So it wasn't even that great of an efficiency pull for me as well. For stage 4, they used the Superior 6 into my Out of Time with Dorm. This got them at 83-65, so it was a pretty good efficiency hit on their end for this one. For stage 5, they used the War Dogs into my Infinity Watch. This got them at 83-55 on this one. And for stage 6, it looks like they almost failed this hit. They used Cabal with Lizard and Vulture into my Seer Defenders with Zombie Juggernaut and Black Knight. This got them at 83-60, and it looks very close on here. I am disappointed that I got a loss on this, but Webslinger did end up beating me fair and square, so props to you on that victory. I do hope that we end up meeting again in the future because I would love to have a rematch with you. You had some pretty interesting defenses. I liked how you had that Spider Society in 3. That definitely threw me off, so good job there. Let me know in the comments though, what did you think about his defenses and where are you using your Spider Society? Offense, defense, only in stage 2, or do you have him in a different room that's actually tripping people up? I'm kind of interested to hear your thoughts on that. If you did like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.